the Old Testament foretold Jesus' ancestry. He'd be a descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He'd be from the tribe of Judah, the house of David. The Psalms foretold his betrayal, his accusation by false witnesses. The psalmist said he'd be pierced in the hands and feet, even though crucifixion hadn't even been invented yet. He would not decay in the grave, but would ascend on high. And these are just a few of the facts that we find in the Old Testament.
Yeah, and we look at Isaiah 53, which is often called the fifth gospel, because here we have, hundreds of years before Jesus was born, such a powerful description of his suffering and death that so many Jewish individuals I know have come to faith reading this ancient prophecy and saying, who else could this describe except Jesus? And listen to this description in Isaiah 53. He was despised and rejected by mankind, a man of suffering and familiar with pain. Like one from whom people hid their faces, he was despised, and we held him in low esteem. Surely he took up our pain and bore our suffering, yet we considered him punished by God, stricken by him, and afflicted. But he was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed. We all like sheep have gone astray. Each of us has turned to our own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquities of us all. He was oppressed and afflicted, yet he did not open his mouth. He was like a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before its shearers is silent, so he did not open his mouth. By oppression and judgment he was taken away. Yet who of this generation protested? For he was cut off from the land of the living. For the transgression of my people he was punished. He was assigned a grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death, though he had done no violence, nor was any deceit in his mouth. For he bore the sins of many and made intercession for the transgressors. I mean, that's a picture of the atoning sacrifice of Jesus Christ on the cross to pay for your sins and my sins and the sins of our listeners, so that we might be born again, that is, receive Jesus as our forgiver and leader, become a child of God forever.